here, that's the Namib Desert. The sand will come and bury everything. But for some reason, the sand, the dunes refuse to bury these people because their spirits are strong and they want their story to be told. We are in the Swakopmund Cemetery. In my background is the people who died in the concentration camp.
In this desert and across Namibia, between 1904 and 1908, German colonial forces displaced and killed up to 80% of the Herero tribe, some 80,000 people. Other ethnic groups like the Nama and the San also suffered grievously at the hands of the colonists. 10,000 Nama died, half their population, as well as an unknown number of San.
All right. Thank you so much for tuning in, my beautiful people, to a beautiful space, African Streamline. I am Atamba Heti. Let's get after these. Germans have to pay. That is the narrative. Germans have to pay. They have to pay reparations to Namibia. The newest president of Namibia, her name is called Ndaitwah, since 2021, March 2025. Netumbo Nandi Ndaitwah, the newest president, and the first female president of Namibia, has come out to say that Germany has to pay reparations to the people of Namibia for all the genocides and all the bad things they committed in Namibia back then.
You see on the background over here, that's the Namib Desert. The sand will come and bury everything. But for some reason, the sand, the dunes, refuse to bury these people because their spirits are strong and they want their story to be told. We are in the Swakopmund Cemetery. In my background is the people who died in the concentration camp.
In this desert and across Namibia, between 1904 and 1908, German colonial forces displaced and killed up to 80% of the Herero tribe, some 80,000 people. Other ethnic groups like the Nama and the San also suffered grievously at the hands of the colonists. 10,000 Nama died, half their population, as well as an unknown number of San. This was the first genocide of the 20th century, but by no means the last. In many ways, Imperial Germany's treatment of the indigenous people of Namibia foreshadowed the barbarity of the Nazi Holocaust against the Jews and other groups during World War II.
The concentration camps were really, that's where almost a lot of our people perished from malnutrition, and a lot of them were forced to work on the railway, and they basically worked them to death.
Herero activist Jefta Guhurimo has spent most of his adult life fighting for international acknowledgement of the genocide and restitution for the descendants of the victims.
I joined this struggle based on the stories that I recall my grandmother told me, and then when I started as an adult, I started learning more and learning more. And ever since, I have never rested.
Finally, this year, the activism of people like Jefta appears to have paid off. In May, the German Foreign Minister Heiko Maas made a groundbreaking announcement.
Wir bezeichnen heute diese Ereignisse jetzt auch offiziell als das, was sie gewesen sind, ein Völkermord. Wir bekennen uns damit auch zu unserer historischen Verantwortung. Und im Lichte dieser historischen und auch moralischen Verantwortung Deutschlands werden wir Namibia und die Nachkommen der Opfer um Vergebung bitten.
A few months later, Namibia and Germany announced a draft agreement which, say both sides, will bring closure to this dark chapter of history. If it goes ahead, Germany will formally apologize to Namibia and pay 1.1 billion euros in compensation, spread over 30 years.
According to me, I feel like these are a very good, a big step, a big move. I think that Namibian president is doing right? Because, you know, when I sit here every day, I don't sit here to glorify or maybe to praise the white people, or rather to praise the colonizers and all that, the oppressors and the white man supremacy. I really stand against that so much. And that is the reason as to why I would support Ndaitwah for saying and for calling out Germany to come up and pay for whatever the things they did. Now, number one, this is what Ndaitwah wants. He doesn't just want them to pay, but this is what she wants. Number one, for Germany to accept they committed a genocide in Namibia. That is number one. Number two, for Germany to apologize to the people of Namibia that it is true they did 1, 2, 3, and they are asking for the forgiveness. So number one, there is an acceptance from Germany. Number two, there should be an apology from Germany. And number three, there should be a reparation given to the people of Namibia. So, and she's very serious on this. She wants them to accept they committed genocide. She wants them to apologize, and she wants them to pay the reparations. Take a look.
Our parliament discussed German genocide against the Namibian people. One, for Germany to accept that they have committed a genocide in Namibia. Number two, for Germany to apologize. And number three, for Germany to give reparation. Now,
listen up. You know that we are getting to a point that when we have to address these issues. And when I sometimes find out, or rather sometimes I meet up people or leaders, great leaders like these ones, who wants to address the issues and wants to address these things, I feel so happy. Because, you know, it is not just something that it's easy, because we have many African politicians right now. We have many African leaders right now who doesn't even care about what happened. The people of Africa, they don't care. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to actually address it, because they don't know they're given something. I don't know if it's because they're greedy or something like that. I don't know. But, you know, we have African leaders who don't want to talk about this. And I think it's because they are being given some things to keep quiet, or rather they are puppets to the West. So they feel like if we speak about these things, we are going to address, or rather we are going to ban where we are getting some food and some coins and all those things. So they tend to keep quiet. They tend to keep on praising these people, and that is not good. We are supposed to say things the way they are. Okay, a spoon is a spoon. A spade is a spade, not a big spoon. So you call it the way it is. And this is what made me really fall in love with this woman called Ndaitwah. Ndaitwah is following the footsteps of Ibrahim Traore, because Ibrahim Traore said, you know what, we cannot continue doing this. We have to actually get you out of our countries, because you know what you've done to us, you know what you've taken us through, and therefore it's enough. So you need to go out. And he addressed it every day, every time. He doesn't keep quiet. He speaks about these things every time and every day. Those are the kind of leaders we want. Therefore, Ndaitwah has stood out to be one of the best and one of the leaders who are very outstanding and distinct in the panel of African presidents and African politicians and African leaders. Now, Germany has given a response. Germany said, we have accepted, okay, that we have accepted that we are going to pay you the reparations, and the amount they mentioned is 1.1 billion euros, okay? They mentioned a sum of 1.1 billion euros. Do you think it's enough? Do you think Ndaitwah had to take it, or rather to keep quiet? No. Ndaitwah came out and said, you know what, I don't think this is enough, because whatever you did is more and it's bigger than 1.1 billion euros. So you guys, according to what I think, and according to how it has been discussed with the parliament, I think that money is not enough. It's not enough. It's not even near to enough. And according to me, if you ask me that question, I will give you the same response that Ndaitwah gave. It's not enough. It's not near to being enough. We still need more. You still have to add more. And again, don't even step in Namibia. Don't even show yourself in Namibia. Stay far from Namibia, because Namibia is not your country. You're not an African. you're a Germanian, stay in Germany. So Ndaitwah said it's not enough. And just saying you're going to pay us and all that, I think that's not enough. You still need to do more. Take a look.
Now we reached it to the 1.1 billion euro. Our parliament felt that is nothing. We have to engage the Germans again. The document was ready to the extent that unless something really dramatically happened, I cannot see this process going to next year.
Personally, as Atamba Heti, I am calling upon every African leader and African politicians to stand up and say no to the imperialists, say no to oppression, because that's the only way we can be able to win this fight. If you're going to be able to stand and do things, or rather you cannot be able to stand and have our own stance, have our own rules, have our own conditions, have our own ways of doing things, we are going to be manipulated forever. And you know, our children will come and ask us many questions. They will ask us many questions. What did we do? What did we do? But I am telling you, my children will not find the Africa that is there today. Africa that is going to be a very big change, whether people like it or not. Because let me tell you something. We need to understand, and Africa and white people need to understand, the generation of black people that is there today is not the generation. It is not the generation that has been there all those years. Black people who are existing today are black people who the minds are open, are black people who are looking forward to revolve their countries. They are looking forward for liberation and revolution. They are people who are looking forward for the real independence. Not that independence that you promised, or rather you lied to our ancestors and told them, no, you know, we have given you independence, you are now free, you can govern yourself. Not that one. We are looking for the real one. If it's about talking about democracy and all that, we're looking for the real democracy. Not these things, not this clone thing of a democracy you're telling us. And therefore, Africa and black people all over the world, look at African Americans, the way they're behaving and the way they're doing things. The narrative, the tune has changed, and you cannot stop the change that has been scheduled to come at a certain time. You can't stop it. So I want all African leaders to stand up and do whatever and what Ndaitwah is doing in Namibia. The same way Ibrahim Traore did in Burkina Faso, Nandi Ndaitwah has done the same thing that happened has done the same thing in Namibia. The same that happened in Mali and Niger is the same thing that Ndaitwah has done. So Africans should wake up, and African politicians, African leaders should wake up, because at the end of the day, we have to fight for ourselves. Nobody's coming to fight for us. Myself, I don't talk from a position of what is happening, or rather from a position of, do you think we're not people like you and all that? No, I speak from a position of we have accepted and we know. You don't know, like you can't take us as your fellow humans. You can take us as people who are supposed to be treated well as humans and all that. You can't treat us well, okay? And therefore, I speak from a position of we have to fight. Like the same way Ibrahim Traore speaks, we have to fight and we must fight. Because if you don't fight, we're going to be in trouble. So we must fight. And we must get that real independence, that real freedom and all that. We can't just let it slide that way. You are fighting, we're asking you just to get out of Africa and go. And to some point we thought that was enough. But at a point that where we are today, that's not enough. It's not enough. You have to go and pay for every wrong you did. You can't live that way. The issues of doing good and go your way, God will bless you. No, we are fighting and we have to take back what belongs to us. Africa is rich. Africa is not poor. And therefore, you cannot make Africa poor. I am the African, this is African Streamline, and I am Atamba Heti. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for always coming, for always tuning in. You know what? You're great people, and I really love you so much in whatever you're doing. You're supporting me so much. All the fans all over the world, wherever you are, in Caribbean, in diaspora, in Africa, you guys are great people. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're first time to be here, press the notification bell, press that subscription button, and it's gonna be fine. Do let me know what you have to say on the comment section on this issue. I'll do my best to make sure I read all the comments and reply where possible. My people, my black brothers from Caribbean, from diaspora, and from Africa, I salute you so much. Adios, muchachos. Peace out.